All right, guys, here it is. You can see, still got a lot of stuff in this garage. A lot of stuff left over from the last pallet. Like, that is filled with records that was in one of these boxes. Those are all replacement cases that I bought. They are all stacked back in there, empty boxes. And then I moved a couch in here. And then right over here we have a whole bunch of dud boxes. Duds meaning they're not really worth, everything in here isn't worth too much. I do find some video games in these pallets. And we have a bunch of movies and obviously CDs and stuff. So all of these that aren't worth it to really sell online, I will lot up in lots of 25 to 100, sell them that way. Maybe I'll lot them up by genre, sell them that way. So it's gonna be fun to go through this. There is a lot to go through. All right, guys, we are back out here. I ran inside to grab a knife. And now we're gonna cut into this and take a look at one box. We're gonna do one box on camera, a random box from this pallet. I paid $3,500 for this pallet, so hopefully we get some goodies in here. I don't know how many boxes. This is a lot of boxes. I am super stoked about this. It is a lot of work, but this is my third pallet, I believe, that I've purchased from the same source, and each pallet's been pretty darn good. So let's dig into it. Let's take a look. All right, that took a while, but I got all the plastic wrap off, and I think we're gonna do this corner box right here and see what's inside. All right. And the moment of truth. What do we have? Here we go. Okay. This is new. Never seen this in any of these pallets yet. They live. It's being great condition. We have, of course, some junk. What Women Want, Shrek, Despicable Me 2. This stuff isn't worth anything really. Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. I don't believe that's worth anything. You never know. Pierce Brosnan collection. Pretty decent. You can see the packaging's a little damaged. That's the thing with these pallets that I buy. 90% of the cases are going to be broken. Sometimes the artwork's a little damaged. Usually all the discs are in good shape, but sometimes they have, you know, broken loose inside. And when they break loose inside, they get a little scratched up. But I do have a disc cleaner for that. So this box looks to just be a bunch of DVDs. No Blu-rays, no 4Ks, nothing like that. Freaky. This just came out, I believe. So that's kind of cool to have. So we're gonna just dig through this, see what we find, see what's worth some money. You never know. A lot of times these little 4-packs aren't really worth much. This is, though. Here we go. I love finding TV seasons. We have Yellowstone season 3 until the case is broken, so I'll replace the case. I buy lots of replacement cases for this reason specifically. So box number 1 has been finished, and I have divvied everything up into piles. I was just sitting here on the ground doing it. And we had 43 good DVDs to send into Amazon. Yeah, and this is about 70-ish bad ones that aren't worth it to sell on Amazon. So these ones will get, you know, lotted up, sold that way, right? So maybe I'll do an action lot where I have Top Gun, Braveheart, Jurassic World, or actually there's a few different Jurassic Parks, so I could lot all the Jurassic Parks up, things like that. There's a bunch of children's movies in here, so we have Despicable Me 1 and 2 is in here, Madagascar, How to Train Your Dragon, all that kind of stuff can go into a lot. Or I just do lots of 25 random DVDs. Those give me the least amount of money per movie, but I get my money back out of them. So I actually pay $100 per box, and we ended up having, let me count all these and see exactly how many movies we ended up having. So I just counted them all, and you end up getting around 118 per box. So I'm paying just under $1 per movie. So these ones will definitely make me all my money back plus a good amount. And then these, all the duds, I get just about $1 each, a little less than that. So I almost get all my money back on these. So these guys are all the profit. These guys, you know, not profit, but it's still not bad. So I'm pretty happy with that. This box was definitely skewed more towards duds, a lot more duds in this one. But, you know, I'm still happy with some of the things we got in here. A lot of these seasons, you know, this Yellowstone season 3, I'll end up profiting like 10 bucks or so. Here, we'll scan it in and take a look. I'll show you guys exactly how I do it. So I have my Amazon seller app open. We'll flip it over and scan it in. Let's see what we got. So great rank, it'll sell pretty much instantly. Used, selling for $17.70 is what it said for FBA, so we will put in $17.70. Now, my shipping into Amazon's pretty cheap because I can fit so many in a box, so we'll do about 10 cents per item. My cost of purchase, we'll round up and say it's $1, plus the case is broken, I have to replace it with a case. I buy cases in huge bulk, so I pay, you know, maybe 75 cents a case. We'll round it up to $2 after I polybag it and all that stuff. So after my $2.10 cost of goods, we are in it at $8.22 profit off of just this one movie. So that's not bad. Now, the reason why the case costs so much for this is because it's a clear case and it's a multi-disc case. My regular DVD cases that I use to replace just plain black cases, I pay really, really cheap for those, 50 cents or less, usually less. So I'm trying to find a source to get them even cheaper than that, but it's kind of hard right now. So let's grab one more random thing and see what our profit is. We'll grab this 50 Shades of Grey, or let's grab something basic here, like the Meg, which case will also need to be replaced. So a basic DVD like this, you're definitely going to make less on. You can see the artwork is torn, so I sell it as acceptable condition, which is totally fine. I sell them like this all the time with no issues. Here it is on Amazon. Great rank. Used, selling for $9 is what the FBA is, so we will pop in $9 up here. My shipping into Amazon, again, about 10 cents, and then my replacement case for this is about 50 cents. So it's pretty cheap, plus my dollar buy cost, so $1.50, and we are profiting $1.33, which is pretty low, but when you have literally thousands of movies, it adds up really quick. So I will send something like this in for $1.33, just pop it in a new case, ship it off. Now, when I first started buying these pallets and I didn't have a lot of replacement cases, I would actually sell them on Amazon like this, and just acceptable condition, broken case, and as long as the disc is in perfect condition, you know, it is what it is. And I was getting returns like crazy, of course, because, you know, somebody orders a movie, they don't want the case to be all destroyed. So once you pop it into a new case, say the back of the artwork has some damage, my returns have pretty much dropped off completely. Now, there is one thing with selling DVDs and CDs and all media on Amazon, returns are going to be a lot higher. I notice a lot of people buy a movie, watch it, they didn't like it, or they just want to watch it once, they treat it as like a blockbuster, right? They're renting your movie to watch, and then you get a return, and they do a bogus claim saying it didn't work, or their DVD player wouldn't read the disc, even though when I get it back and it works perfectly fine. So that's something I run into quite a bit, which does hamper these costs a little bit, because, you know, you gotta ship it back into Amazon, so another 10 cents. You know, it doesn't hurt too much, but it's a shame when it happens a few times. But yeah, so that about does it here. Not all of them are going to be cheap like that. Like these guys I'm making about 10 bucks on. This one I'm making about 10 bucks on. Saved by the Bell, it's a complete series, making about 15 on that. Another Yellowstone is about another 10. So you can see how fast it adds up. Definitely some good stuff in here. And that's how I go through this whole pallet, box by box. It takes a lot of time, but there's a lot of money to be made. And since this is my full-time gig, then I don't really mind spending a lot of time on it. It adds up super quick, and that was a very basic box. I think there was one Blu-ray in there and it wasn't even worth anything. Another thing that I do is I pull all the digital codes out. So a lot of the Blu-rays, some of the DVDs, and all the 4Ks usually have a digital code inside. Now all these cases are open or the plastic wrap's torn, so I can't sell them as new, I sell them as used. So I pull out all the digital codes because I have no idea if they're gonna work or not. And then I sell those for a couple bucks to $3, $4, even $5 each. And that helps my profits go up as well. So there is definitely extra money to be had here. It's a shame I have to replace all the cases because that is the most time consuming part. But I love doing these pallets. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School, sign out. See ya.